Hey there everyone, it's Anthony back with another video here on Single and Placing. Hi, hope you're having a fantastic day, weekday, weekend, week, month, evening, morning, overnight, all of that good stuff. Today we have a finish and a review, my first finish and review of 2024, and it's a big one, and I spent a decent amount of time over the weekend working on this kit, so much so that I went into work this morning and I was like, I'm tired, I've been working on this kit. So I'm home and I was like, I gotta finish this review, take Apollo for a walk, and try to veg out because, ooh, I put in some good hours over the weekend trying to get this kit done, but not too much. I'm good. We're gonna move right into the next kit soon, but probably after this one I'll take a couple day break. But regardless, I'm over the moon to share this finish with you. One of my favorite finishes, I think, of all time. So I guess let's just get right into it without further ado. I want to bring to you or present to you Beyond Good and Evil. This is from Jaded Gem Shop, and the artist is Hannah, aka IterationsCrafts. Let's take a look. Okie dokie, there it is. Beyond Good and Evil from IterationsCrafts and Jaded Gem Shop. This is a 70 by 90 centimeter square drill canvas with 51 colors. No special drills or enhancements here. These are just the regular DMCs, but I'm happy with that. I think this artwork, oh my gosh, just seeing it in camera, I'm like, holy moly, it looks so good. So, let's talk a little bit about pros and cons of working on this kit, and then we'll go over a couple more details. I don't have a ton for you because I don't need to show you like where special drills went or anything like that. This is just straight as Jaded Gem Shop sent it to me. But as far as pros go, this was a fantastic kit to work on. Even though it is highly confettied, even up in the sky, we have approximately, just in the color transition from here to here, I think there are 4 different shades of green in teal kind of colors that you're working with, and then we transfer down to another few colors of kind of more mossy greens here and sage colors. And then in the clouds we have, I want to say, at least 5 different colors of kind of yellows and tans to create that dimension that you're seeing in the clouds. And I think that's what I'm most impressed by, especially taking a look at a viewing distance. You can really see the lighter colors where they kind of play with the light and make it look like that's where the kind of the sun is setting on the clouds. I love the amount of depth and dimension that I'm getting from this kit. But so yeah, just overall look fantastic. High amount of confetti, but it still worked up relatively quickly for me. And the drill quality was great. I love working with Jaded Gem Shop square drills. They have this extra little girth or depth to them, like they're thicker, and so they just click together really nicely. Very minimal gapping, which I really appreciate. The only time I noticed where I was placing sloppily is in the lightest of colors, kind of here in the tips of the clouds, but still very minimal. I don't even think that this needs any sort of like mica powder or touching up. I'm going to leave it completely as is. There was a bit of trash in this kit, but, and probably more than I'm going to show you. I'm going to insert a photo of my little trash container that I had when I kitted down last night. So you can see there was probably more than that. However, I started a trash container and accidentally threw it out. So imagine there being a little bit more in there. And with this particular kit and all the kits that I've worked on previous to this, I've been not super picky about my trash drills. I've always thought that as long as I can get it down and straighten it pretty appropriately or get other drills to make it straighten out, I was fine with it. Going forward, I'll be a lot more particular about my trash drills. That way you can get a really clear understanding, and I'll pick out every little drill that doesn't look quite right to me or has little tabbies to it. But I didn't do that on this kit. So there are some drills on this kit that I think a lot of people would consider to be trash drills, but I decided to go ahead and work with them. And I never ran into any popping or, bunching or weird spacing. However, I will say that I have been less picky about my trash drills up until this point. So going forward, you'll see a more accurate representation or a pickier eye when it comes to trash drills. But I never ran out of drills, and even if I had been a lot more picky, I still don't think I would have ran out of any colors, especially the colors that tend to be a little bit more trashy, like our 310s here. And our dark browns, some colors that are a little bit more trash prone, which is common across most diamond painting shops. I still would have had plenty to finish this kit. So I didn't really have worries one way or another, but I will start to be more picky. But other than that, drill field was absolutely perfect. This is actually the very first mystery kit from Jaded Gem Shop that was ever produced. So that's a little fun tidbit there. And the drill field, the mystery drill field without any of the colors, was incredibly clear. I was never confused on what symbol was what. It was always very, very clear. One thing to note with Jaded Gem Shop, though, is the legend, at least at the time that I got this, which I purchased at the end of 2022, this legend was not in line with like one is, the serial number 1 is symbol 1, serial number 2 is 2. There were some where like number 4 was actually serial number 20 and that type of thing. There was a couple that lined up. I think 7 was 7 or 9 was 9, but a lot of them didn't line up. Like the serial number didn't line up with the symbol, which can trip me up a little bit because I look at symbol 4, but it's actually my container number 20 or whatever it was. So just keep that in mind, that the legend isn't perfect, and a lot of diamond painting shops don't do that, but I do appreciate when they do. When 1 is 1, 2 is 2, 3 is 3, that's always very helpful when they go numbers and then letters and then their symbols. It's just helpful when you're looking back and forth between your containers and your drill field. But other than that, no issues. It was very, very clear. The glue is super sticky on this. I never had any popping drills or sliding around drills. In fact, it was a little bit tedious to take off my washi tape around the border because that glue that goes over the drill field here at the edges was quite sticky, which is a good thing. So very, very happy with pretty much everything. Just some minimal qualms when it comes to the drill quality and how the legend is listed out. But other than that, absolutely fine. So very, very happy with the quality of all of the canvas products that are sent. The drills, all of that stuff. Even the washi tape that was sent with this was very nice. I used it to border the whole canvas, and it was in the jade shade. I have a little bit here. So it's a jade colored washi tape, and it works really well. It doesn't peel up, anything like that. So super happy with that. But I think what I'm most impressed with is the rendering, how this image turned out overall. This is a custom image that I sent over to Jaded Gem Shop and asked them to turn it into a mystery kit for me. And this is, I'll pop in the original image. This is a very detailed and very intricate looking image that I was actually a little bit concerned about how it would fully turn out before I ordered it, because I just didn't know, like, will it have to be 120 by 140 centimeters to truly get the detail that I was looking for? And while the detail here isn't, an exact replica, images can always be bigger, right, to get more detail. Even though it isn't perfect, it is an incredible representation of the original image, especially at a proper viewing distance. Even here in the camera, you're about 2.5, maybe, 2.5 feet away. I think it looks fine. When you pull back from like 6 feet away from a real proper viewing distance for a canvas this size, it looks so similar to the original image. I think it's a fantastic rendering, and Jade really shines in these detailed, intricate kits because of the amount of confetti and colors that she uses. Her rendering software and the hand charting that she does with each image is just pretty impeccable. I'm honestly shocked by how well this turned out. There's a couple spots on the image, however, that if I was to, nitpick and wish for a bigger size, I wish that we got a little bit more detail in some of these kind of little floating cities that we see up here. This is actually it looks like a little teeny tiny little building top, or like maybe floating like ship or flotilla that's here. There's one teeny tiny one here, and you can see one over there as well. Of course, those could have come out a little bit more defined, but once again, I think given the artwork and the amount of detail and the size that we're working with, this ended up looking incredible. This is, even though I have a lot of favorites, I have a lot of favorite images, Medusa, Senorita, as far as the impressiveness of the rendering, this is probably the most impressive rendering I've seen on any kit that I've worked on, turning that super highly detailed image into something that is cohesive and looks really close. So especially when we're looking at the detailing on our subject's shirt and kind of her like waistcoat, and almost kind of looks like a heavy skirt that she's wearing, I'm just shocked. Even the belt, the detailings on the belt area just really came through. So I'm so happy with this. It's so cool to see the dimension of your subject matter kind of closer to you, and then the cityscape in the background and that kind of like forced perspective. Somehow on a 2D surface like this, with the individual drills and the pixels that they create, we're still getting that depth of field, which is so cool. It's so cool to see it. It doesn't look like a diamond painting when you take a good step back from it, which is awesome. So I'm overall incredibly happy with this kit. I would do it again at this size. I would do it again slightly bigger if I could order it in a larger size, which I'm sure I could, but Jade tried to keep it at a reasonable size, a manageable size, while still maintaining the crispness and the detail, and I think she did a fantastic job. This is A+ work, Jade. This is amazing. I every time I look at it, I'm like, holy moly, this is awesome. So I'm just over the moon. I can't wait to get this painted, the borders painted. I'm moving soon, so it's going to get stored away until I move into the new house, or I might take it to the office to show it off. But as soon as I move into the new place and get settled, this is one of the first pieces that I'll be hanging up. And there's a sister piece to this kit that I'll be working on soon that I think will go good right next to it. So I started this kit on... Did I even mark that down? I did not. Let me look at my... Oh no, my phone is what I'm using to film. I believe I started this on the 5th of November and I finished this on the 7th of January. Yeah, that's right. So it took me a little over 2 months to fully complete this kit while I was working on some other projects, so this wasn't my only whip. But once again, I will say that I believe this worked up relatively quickly in those 2 months, and had I devoted all my time to one canvas, I probably could have gotten it, would have finished it in a month, maybe 5 weeks. So yeah, there's some decent amount of color blocking that you do get kind of waving through here, like these color transitions. You get some color blocking here. The confetti really hits you hard when you start to get into the actual like cityscape, and then the detailing here was also fairly confettied. But overall, easier than I maybe even thought it would be, considering the image and how much detail needed to be incorporated. But overall, a fantastic finish. My very first finish of 2024, and this is my 37th finish overall. Here's a little look at my my logbook here that I created with some details on what the canvas entailed. And here's a little swatch of all of the drill colors. So you can see here some Apollo hair, and it's very neutral tone base. You have like that one chartreuse shade here, but everything else is kind of greens, browns, tans, whites. You have one bluish kind of color here. But this is a very neutral tone piece. So keep that in mind if this is something you decide that you want to work on yourself, is you're dealing with a lot of those neutral tones, but it's still very engaging. And I found it to be a very relaxing piece to work on because of the color palette. So I'm just incredibly happy with it. It's giving me, my roommate saw it, he said it's giving him Star Wars vibes. And so I totally agree. It has this kind of sci-fi futuristic feel. And this is an image that was made utilizing Midjourney as well as some other tools. So this is an AI art piece, but I feel like it is different than you see in a lot of common AI art pieces in a lot of different diamond painting shops. It's a different look, it's a different feel, and I think it is a good example of what can happen with tools like Midjourney in creating some really unique pieces that you just don't see anywhere else. This isn't a run-of-the-mill, churn them out kind of image. This is very unique and different. It has so much depth and life to it and a lot of emotion built into it, which I love seeing from an image that utilizes that kind of tool. Just a proof, just more proof that what you can find in that AI art space can be really unique and special. And this is a very meaningful kit to me because Jaded Gem Shop and Jade, my favorite shop to purchase from and to work on is Jaded Gem Shop kits. I find them to be really engaging and super fun. Not only that, but it's my favorite artist currently from Hannah over at IterationsCrafts. So it's a very special kit to me, and I'm very proud to have finished it and happy. I'm going to be so happy to display it. Look at that shimmer from those diamonds that Jade provides. They're just fantastic. So this is, yeah, like I said, just a super awesome kit, and I'm very excited to display it. If you are looking at this and you're like, I want to do that, you absolutely can. Hannah over at IterationsCrafts does individual licensing for her images, and I will put her Instagram in the description box. So all you need to do is copy that link into your browser, shoot Hannah a message and say, hey, I'd like to individually license Beyond Good and Evil or the mystery kit image that Anthony did. She'll know what you're talking about. And you can arrange that with her. Once you've confirmed that, then just head over to Jaded Gem Shop. You can either find them on Instagram or go right to the shop contact us page and just let Jade know that you'd like to get this image done. It doesn't have to be a mystery kit. You can get it straight up, regular kit style. You can adjust the size if you so choose. You can decide to do rounds if you'd like to do round drills on this canvas as well. You can customize this as you see fit, so it'll make the most sense for you and what you're comfortable with working on to get this image. So it's very simple, just a couple of steps, and suddenly you'll have this at your door in a matter of weeks. So let me know what you think. Once again, this is Beyond Good and Evil from Hannah over at IterationsCrafts and Jaded Gem Shop, 70 by 90 centimeter square drill canvas with 51 colors. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share this content with friends, family members, anyone that you think might take some value out of it. Otherwise, happy placing. We'll see you next time. Bye, 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 bye. Bye.